Hey everybody, my name is Wyatt and I'm Ferda Tunes. Seeing Elton John live in Toronto for his Farewell Yellow Brick Road tour on October 24th, 2019 was the best concert I think I will ever experience. If you don't know, Sir Elton John, the king, the greatest living male solo artist in my eyes, has been on his final tour for almost 4 years now, starting in September of 2018 and starting up another leg just this week. Obviously there have been plenty delays because of COVID and Elton sustaining a hip injury, but the man always gives what has to be gave. This legend is 74 years old, still touring the entire world, still raising millions towards AIDS research, and somehow, maybe most unexpected of all, still putting out pretty quality music. Now, I could spend literally hours talking about Elton himself, his music, the impact on my life, as well as humanity, but I'm focusing back in on my concert overview series, where I go over in as much detail as I can remember my personal experience seeing a certain artist live, hopefully maybe give some people some insight of what they can expect if they're going to see this artist, all of that. Coming from a obviously massive fan of Elton John, this was absolutely the most extravagant and satisfying performance I could have ever imagined. He performed for 3 hours, and if you know his catalog of hits, he could have gone for 6 more, which is something I was slightly nervous about. He has countless hits across dozens of fantastic albums. What if he doesn't perform my favorite song? Well, this is the tour set list, and this seems to be the one that they are performing every single night. And yeah, there's quite a few songs that he doesn't perform. Do I wish he did a few more off of Captain Fantastic? Yes, definitely. But was I 1010% satisfied and happy with the set list? Yes. It's just hits on hits on hits. It's a fantastic flow of songs, and really, how could you have a bad night if after the first thing you see and hear is this? Something a lot of people may worry about when seeing an artist who's been around since the 60s is, are they still gonna sound good? Some bands hold up better than others, but in terms of Elton, the man still sounds pretty unreal. Let's keep it a trilly though. He doesn't have that polished, kind of boyish voice from his records, obviously. So yeah, he's delivering these songs with a bit more gruff in his voice. His voice can't really hit those high-pitched notes on some songs like he used to, but does this take away from the performance? Not at all for me. I'll leave some links in the description of some recent performances, studio performances of him, so you can hear what his voice sounds like now, but in my eyes, there is no need to worry about this. His voice is still as powerful as it ever was. For a minute, let's talk about the actual performance. It just so happens that Elton John had the majority of his original band for a lot of his most classic records join him for this tour. Most notably Davy Johnstone on guitar, Nigel Olsson on drums, and the legendary Ray Cooper on percussion. So really, the band couldn't be much better. Davy on guitar just kills it song after song as if he's the legend that we paid to see. Nigel as well on drums just played perfectly. You could tell, really seeing him play, that he knows these songs like the back of his hands and could probably do it in his sleep. Instrumentally, these songs were as great as they are on record, some even better, seriously. And Ray Cooper, I couldn't believe my eyes to see him. He just felt like a low-key icon, just having so much fucking fun. His energy made him hard to keep your eyes off of, and him and Elton have a very special back and forth during Indian Sunset that is just legendary. I can't tell you how lucky I feel to have been able to witness this. to talk about the visuals, the lighting, and all of that. For the large majority of the concert, everything ran from either great to sheer perfection. There was a short run early on of maybe 3 or 4 songs where I just personally didn't really vibe with the visuals. It just kind of felt like stock videos or something. It fit the songs they were on very well, and maybe I just wasn't in the right headspace to see it, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it took me out just a little bit. When I try to think of highlights of the show, especially when looking at the set list, dozens of songs come to mind. Like, I really can't pick just a couple, but for the sake of timing, let me pick a few of my favorites if I had to narrow it down. Someone Saved My Life Tonight. This is easily one of my favorite songs of all time, and I've never seen a song that I already loved performed better and more true to the original than this. Elton and the band's sound just hit a peak during this song, and the visuals from the Captain Fantastic album coming in, it was a life-affirming moment for me. I was frozen in absolute awe, tears pouring down my face, my spirit feeling as though it's left my body and is slow dancing around the stadium with us. This may be a personal highlight, but I can easily say this was one of the most amazing moments in my entire life. Another highlight was the concert interlude. They set it up perfectly so Elton can, I'm sure, just take a well-deserved little 5-minute break as the Funeral for a Friend intro starts playing. Now, if you know, this is the intro to the album Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, and it's a long, very progressive track that slowly develops into Love Lies Bleeding, and I did not expect him to perform this one. I hoped he did, and I lost my shit when I heard the synths coming in. This song is almost 12 minutes long, but they made it make perfect sense with the little almost interlude, little spectacular breather moment for us all before going into one of the most underrated classic bangers in his whole discography. Of course he has to go out with a bang, and seriously, you could not over-exaggerate how fantastic this closer was. I actually distinctly remember recording and becoming so frozen in awe at the performance. He ended the show and came out, did 2 encore songs, and after it all, I remember having to catch my breath and look down and realize I was white-knuckling my phone and it had been recording for 24 minutes. I got the entire ending of the show, the grand finale, on my phone, and I didn't even mean to. I wish I could show y'all the whole thing, but for the sake of timing, obviously I'm just gonna slap some clips together. But let me know if you want to see the full clips. I can upload them somewhere for real. Oh wait, you thought that was the ending? You thought that was the ending?
It makes the concert so much more fun. Thank you. life is alone in the world. That's your song!
Well, yeah, he gave us the grand, explosive, exciting, happy ending, and he came out for an encore just to pull at our heartstrings as hard as he possibly could. He did Your Song and then Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, obviously, as encores, as the grand finale, as the true farewell that I think, just felt emotionally right. Like, what other songs could he end his finale tour off of? You know what I mean? I struggled to leave afterward. Like, I couldn't even sit back down. My body was in genuine shock. Overall, like I said, this is the best concert that I think I will ever experience. I don't really know how to end this video because I just want to keep talking about all of these amazing performances. It was an unforgettable night. Seeing songs like Tiny Dancer, Rocket Man, like the fact that I didn't even mention those two performances, and those were highlights, of course. Crocodile Rock, Burn Down the Mission, like I would literally be here for 30-40 more minutes minimum talking about, like, I just can't tell you guys. Oh, it was so amazing. I do also think it's important to mention that where we were sitting, I thought they were great seats. The best seats we could get for, unfortunately, very expensive tickets. Yeah, unfortunately expensive. But I can say personally, from my experience, 100% worth it. I really hope I laid everything out and I didn't forget any details. Again, this was just one night of the tour, my personal subjective experience. I hope to give some insight to some people on what they can expect, but again, you can never really know what to expect at a concert. I hope it goes as amazing for y'all as it does for me, if anyone is going. I wanted to do this video specifically for that, since he's starting up the last leg of it, and if you have the chance to see him and the money, fucking go. If you have any questions at all, please leave a comment and I will get back to you ASAP. Thank you so much for watching. I literally just want to talk about it more, but I can. If you want to check out more of these kinds of videos, I did 2 of them last year. Boom, you can check them out right there. I've got a lot more of these to do for previous concerts I've seen, obviously, so let me know what you think. If you enjoy these videos, you want to see more of them, join the Discord down below if you want to talk about some really cool music with some really cool people. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. All that good stuff is in the description. Thank you again for watching. Let me know who you would like to see me cover next. And stream Elton John. I don't know what else I can say. Like, the GOAT.